Little street racing on the back road. Little street racing on the back road this evening. Well, both of those has some remnant of grease in it. It ain't a total loss. Let's see what the other one has in it. Well, they are original. First, we got to get that keyway out of there. You know, it might be tight, and it might not. Okay. I'll show you something about this gib-key puller right here. I was going to use it in here because I have a pretty decent gib there. It's the tool for that. And I didn't make this tool. It was, I bought this a long time ago from Hit&Miss Enterprises. And there's a right way to use it and a wrong way. If you put a square well, I didn't think it had a name on it, but when I turned it over like that right there, yeah, I think it's important. I think it's real important. I'm not sure why. I mean, I've got a no general in there that, actually I've got one that don't have any name at all on it that works great. But that's number 4. number 4 GRAD dot. And it's a Lifkin rule up there in Saginaw, Michigan. I think they wrote a country song about that place. Made in the USA. So we're qualified. I'm qualified to use this. I've been to school. I went to school and these, not making light of the subject, she said they're not going to think you know what you're talking about. But I've been to school. This was on the test. Rulers, squares, little tri-squares, a little 4-incher. It's a Lufkin, number 4 something or other, but it's got some good numbers on it and everything, and I am qualified to use the little thing. So, taking in consideration that it's probably a pretty good one, and using some schooling, and this is a gib-key puller. I mean, that's what we're talking about if I lost you somewhere along the way. And I have removed numerous Gibbs keys with this to the point that the eyelet right there, that was some sort of hole there when it was new. And, well, it's hardly non-existent. So I battered the end of it up and then I grind it away every time that it gets any serrage on it. But not to make light of the subject at all. It's quite important on removing these gib keys. And I didn't make this. It was in the comments early in my videos that I made this, and I didn't. I hope I didn't leave nobody to think that I did. I bought this from Hit&Miss Enterprises a long time ago. And but if you put this square on the side of this and come down on it, on this, let's call this a back spine, and you look down through yonder by eyesight. I mean, you can. I've got a magnet over. I can put up there like that, and I can put a feeler gauge underneath there and give you some numbers. But just calling it out by educated eye, that's 5, possibly. You know, it's not hardly. I wouldn't say it's 10. I'd say that's 10 thousandths. This side over here is 10 thousandths, let's say, wider than this side is. So I marked it with a dot there. This is the wide side with the taper going that way. And the reason that I'm even mentioning it is I'll show you. Well, it's windy here. It's seems we're supposed to have a tornado. It was on the news. But you put the white dot, the wide side, to the bottom, and what happens is this being wider, it bites into the bottom of the gib there, and wants to go down that way, and that hence pull the key out. Okay, if you put this in this way, if your, let's say your key's stuck right there, and out of convenience, you just bring this out here and you put it in like that right there, and you hammer on this, it's going to fly out of there immediately. Because the taper is this way, it pushes itself out. And when it does that, it wants to push that key down into the shaft. So there is a correct way to use a gib-key puller. Being that. And if yours was stuck up here, then I would not advise to try to modify this. Just get the engine in a position where you can get at it from the wide side. Sometimes it's hard to do, but because I have run into that situation. But I've got the wide side this way. That's where it needs to be. So now I need to come up with a clamp to hold that to ensure success when I hit this with a hammer and it goes that way. And that's another thing about this long taper gradually is it's very powerful in that configuration. But I'll get a clamp on there and we'll hit that with a big hammer. I think maybe one bigger than that even. We'll get that. Well, let's just try it with this hammer right here. We may have some success. Okay, that's what we're dealing with. That's how you get a gib key out. gib-key. Got a gib on it there. You take a gib-key puller. This one Hit&Miss Enterprise sold. A C-clamp. And this is a C-clamp earmarked for another project. And I welded a 2-inch square, 1/4-inch thick pad on there. And then on this one, I cut a piece of 1-inch pipe, fish mouth on that end, and welded it to the swivel. So that's the C-clamp that I use to hold that. Now we got one on the other side to remove. It's in the little dire condition, but it's got to come out. There you go to Ohio. You load your truck up. And you head to Tennessee.